All right, so the idea of going to a job fair or even network can be terrifying for people who may consider themselves to be introverts.
Yeah, and even extroverts like myself is terrifying. Rosalinda Randall, our etiquette expert, is here to share some tips that can help. Good morning to you. It's good to see you, my friend.
Good morning.
We just spent the whole break talking about how much we hate going on job interviews and all this stuff. But you've got like 9 points that you think are important. I think we can put them on the screen. I want to pick out kind of the ones we feel are important. One of the things that you mentioned, you got to look good, you got to feel good, all that kind of stuff. But we talked about the meal, going out to dinner, if they take you out to dinner.
Yes, because it could turn into that, you know, and when you go out in a business related, especially if it is a job interview, job fair, just, you know, college applications, sometimes employers will take you there to see how you react to certain things. Are you really picky? Are you going to order the appetizer, this, and this, and, you know, a 10-course meal? How do you treat the server? You know, in fact, sometimes I heard of a manager going ahead of time and telling the server to bring the wrong order, or instead of the potatoes, bring the rice, to see how that person reacts. Are they going to fly off the handle? Yeah, it tells you a lot. You know, that's why sharing meals, you can learn a lot about a person. And with networking as well, because sometimes they have refreshments. People are watching. Do you load your plate? I mean, it's usually refreshments, meaning 1 or 2. You know, if you're there to eat a meal and you hover over the refreshment table, that shows a lot about you. Are you, you know, again, what are you there for?
What about drinking alcohol?
If you're under 21, please don't do it.
Yes, but,
but I would say if you know yourself that, you know, I've heard people go, oh, 1 and I'm just like tipsy, then don't drink 1. That's not what you're going there for. But a lot of people I've heard over the years of networking, well, it's free, so you want to take as much as you can. Again, what is your purpose for being there? So I advise no alcohol or nurse it.
And that's more like for like a networking event as opposed to like a one-on-one job interview.
Yes, well, even at a job interview, I probably wouldn't order anything.
Yeah, unless maybe the boss does.
Yes.
I heard a story of somebody, though, who had to drive the interviewer home because the interviewer drank too much. Yeah.
Oh, no!
I want to know, did they get the job?
Yeah. There are some industries, though, that screaming at a waiter might be a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Who knows? I noticed another thing you said on there was to set a time limit. I'm curious, how do you do that
for
as
yourself?
The job candidate?
Oh, the job candidate, if that's different. On a job interview, you're there. But you can also consider, because I've heard people say, well, the job interview, it'll no more than an hour, and I made an appointment to go somewhere, and they have cut the interview and go, you know, I have another appointment. Well, you've just probably lost the job. Always allow for half a day, because if they like you, they're going to take you to this department, and that's a good thing. But for networking, if you're an introvert and you really are nervous, just set a 30-minute limit, just so you know there's an end, you know, to the torture that you might be feeling that you're going through.
Do you find that the bosses that go to these networking events, the people who are doing the hiring, they're also maybe just as nervous and anxious about approaching candidates in these situations?
They can, because their position doesn't mean that they're comfortable talking to people. They're being the boss in their office. Now having to go out and talk to people, it really comes to the individual person. But if you have a goal in mind, it can help you just focus on that versus, do I look good? Am I saying the right thing? You know, should I eat more? Or who should I approach?
I noticed one of your tips also is to carry a portfolio and a pen. I'm curious, does a phone count? Can you take information down in your phone?
If you are addicted to your phone, the minute you feel awkward, what are we going to do? This, so we feel like we're engaged. Well, then you're unapproachable. If you're looking down at networking things, you're unapproachable. I think that carrying a portfolio, as old school as that sounds, is for those people who are nervous, who have to look at their phone, have an addiction, or like to fidget, or pick up things and, you know, play with things. It gives you something to do. And also, some people still hand out business cards. It gives it a little bit more appropriateness, I guess, if you get the business card and put it in your portfolio versus shoving it in your pocket with 50 others. You know, but it's more for the nervousness. It gives you something to hold on to.
Yeah, like a little whoopee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put you on the spot here. If you can tell us, what's your worst job interview or networking story that you can share with us?
The worst networking story, and I put this in my book, and this is honest to God truth, is that's why I don't eat at networking things. A lady was eating, and we were close because sometimes they're very loud, and she was talking. Yes, a morsel landed on my lip.
Oh my gosh!
And I had no Listerine with me, so all I did, I mean, I could have said, ew, you know, but I just kind of, okay, and excused myself, because if you're still eating, it's going to happen again. So, yeah.
All right, well, you've got your book out, as you mentioned, you got your website. We're going to link all that to our website, gooddaysacramento.com. A lot of folks, perhaps college graduates, going to be doing this here in the near future. I think that's all some very great advice. Rosalinda, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Always.